Approximately 3 million people die every year from vaccine-preventable diseases. About half of these people are children under 5 years old. That is 1.5 million young children every year who die from preventable disease. Vaccination is the most effective method of preventing infectious diseases. Widespread immunity due to vaccination is largely responsible for the worldwide eradication of smallpox and the elimination of diseases such as polio and tetanus from much of the world. The question today is not whether vaccines are effective, but rather, should the population be expected or forced to be vaccinated? Parents who do not believe in vaccination have been questioning the ethicality of public schools requiring that all children be vaccinated unless they cannot be due to medical reasons. Depending on which parent you speak to, schools requiring students to be vaccinated is either an infringement on parental autonomy and the civil liberties of the people, or the school taking the necessary precautions to preserve the health and safety of every student. Our society relies heavily on herd immunity to protect those who could not be vaccinated due to allergies, immunodeficiencies, other illnesses, or simply being too young or too old to handle the weakened strains of a virus. Therefore, most agree that it is ethical for public schools to require proof of vaccination for a student to attend, as it is a school's responsibility to provide a safe learning environment, which includes ensuring the health and safety of every student. In addition, ethically, the principle of preventing harm to others overrides those of autonomy and liberty. The reason schools require vaccines is that the moment the school day starts, the school is responsible for the safety and well-being of every student. Schools take time out of the day to run fire drills and perform lockdowns when there is suspicious activity in the area. These precautions can disrupt learning and, in the case of a real lockdown, prevent children from going home. Schools and parents allow these disruptions because the safety of the children and staff is the ultimate priority at school. A similar thought process then follows with the vaccinations at school. The school has the ethical responsibility as a child's caretaker to prevent them from harm, including deadly diseases that can be prevented by vaccines. Another big reason schools have to require vaccinations is that many children and adults suffer from various contraindications. These are medical reasons that a person wouldn't be able to get vaccinated. Unvaccinated children without medical exemptions are at a greater risk of contracting these dangerous diseases, and they also increase the risk of children with medical exemptions being infected. Schools with exemption rates as low as 2 to 4% are at a significantly higher risk of disease outbreaks. It can only be inferred, then, that if exemption rates included only those children with contraindications, all students would be safer at school. However, the loss of parental autonomy that comes with requiring kids to be vaccinated makes some uncomfortable. Some scholars argue that vaccines should not be compulsory if adequate immunization can be acquired through other methods. These include education on the benefits versus the risks of vaccination and inducements. Inducements usually take the form of linking childcare or maternity benefits to immunization status. This way, parents have the freedom to choose not to vaccinate their children, and the benefit payments saved will help pay for the cost of infectious diseases. While this seems like a reasonable solution, money is not the problem or the answer in this ethical dilemma. Monetarily compensating for parents choosing not to vaccinate their children does not protect those who are in danger of these deadly diseases and cannot be vaccinated, or prevent them from sickness or death. While the loss of parental autonomy on this issue makes some uncomfortable, the Supreme Court has backed the requirement of vaccinations in the past. Additionally, scholars of ethics and liberty have stated that the only time an individual's rights can be infringed upon by the government is for the purpose of preventing harm to others. Protection of the public, and especially our children, becomes more important than honoring liberty and autonomy. Although there is a complex moral dilemma surrounding schools requiring children to be vaccinated, it is clear that it is necessary. A school acts as each student's guardian until the child leaves school property. It is, therefore, the school's job to ensure the health and safety of every student. It would be unethical for a school to directly put every child in attendance in danger in order to allow an individual to express their personal beliefs.